a large tornado hit our community, and it hit us hard. We did locate some very injured people and 2 fatalities.
It's now noon on this Wednesday, and we start this hour with some breaking news. After deadly storms tore through northwestern Indiana, 2 people now are dead in Lake County. That's in Newton County. And what you're looking at here is a look at the damage from overnight. Multiple homes are destroyed. You can see that emergency crews say that they rescued people that were trapped in some homes that were collapsed. We want to take a look at a tornado that was part of the very same deadly system. You can see it there forming right in the center of your screen. This is a video of a large tornado. This was just over the border from the state line in Pontiac, Illinois. And now today, during the noon hour, we are assessing the damage from the deadly storm. We're also looking at damage that we've seen here in central Indiana from another storm that came through this morning during the morning rush. So Sean Ash is here. The meteorologists have been very, very busy over the last 24 hours tracking that. And also, listen to this, talking about our risks for more storms moving forward.
Yeah, we're going to go from the northwestern, which was yesterday, central this morning, southern this afternoon. I want to start with that long track supercell that unfortunately did the damage here shortly before 5 o'clock. And we were worried about this particular area for exactly what happened, unfortunately. When we say long track, this thing went over 175 miles, did damage, significant damage there in Kankakee, Lake Village, up into Knox. We will get damage assessments on this in the coming days. Potential, it's the strongest tornado to hit us in the state of Indiana since Henryville. That's to be determined. This is the storm reports from this morning, of which of note, we did notice rotation around 8 o'clock. And going back and looking, this is debris detector here around that time. And this is some damage that we had sent in from Alyssa. This is Tri-West High School there in Liston. So survey crews may look at that. Either way, damage. We also had damage across Marion County, Madison County. Here's current setup right now, okay? We're going to focus on this zone right here. Bloomington, Shelbyville, Columbus. Heavy rain is going to be likely, possibly some flooding, but also the potential for some rotation on the southern edge of this line of thunderstorms. Going to get much colder too. I'll have that part of the forecast here in a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thanks so much. So our Matthew Foltz is live in Linston right now, and that is in Union Township and Hendricks County, assessing some of the damage there. We've got some damage that you found from the storms, Matthew.
And that's right, yeah, we actually just stumbled upon this building that you can see right here behind me, and the damage speaks for itself. So right now, I'm told this is a building that has been passed down in this family. You can see that the roof has been ripped off completely from the right side, and part of that garage door to the right is now caved in. And I'm told by the owners of this building, they say that building inspectors have come by, firefighters have warned them not to go inside because any gust of wind could really damage that and blow that over. But as you can see, just puddles of water right here, almost like a pond right here next to this building. So much water came within hours of this storm earlier this morning. The good news is everyone tells me that everyone is safe. There was one woman inside when this storm came through, so it was a shock to her. I'm not sure how far you can see in the distance, but past our news vehicle on the left-hand side, you can see there's part of that insulation and debris that has blown from this building all the way down there. You can see several trees knocked down, but that's just some of the example of what we've seen so far here in Liston this morning. We were also over near Tri-West Middle School earlier this morning. They had many trees that were knocked down, debris in some of the playgrounds and some of the fields. So lots of damage out here, Ann, but the good news is so far there's no injuries so far.
Good news, but some significant damage there west of downtown Indianapolis. Thank you so much, Matthew. If you find more, we'll check back. In the meantime, right now at noon, we're getting a first look at some significant damage at the Tri-West High School that also is located in Hendricks County, where Matthew just reported live. And here you can see some damage to the tennis courts outside and equipment that's blown around the athletic complex there. And it wasn't just isolated to that area of their campus. Here's a wider look. You can see significant debris scattered near the parking lot there as well. And just this morning over in Marion County, folks here are cleaning up from the severe weather too. We want to show you some video this morning. This is near Lantern Road near 82nd Street and Fall Creek. This is on the northeast side of the city, right just south of the Fishers area. You can see a tree on top of a home there. Fire crews helping the homeowners there with the damage that they sustained there. Also this afternoon, we are anticipating an update, and this is going to come from the emergency crews that are looking at the damage in Newton County. This morning, we learned about widespread damage there, and also, as we said earlier, 2 people unfortunately died as those storms came through. Officials have yet to release the identity of those people who were killed. Emergency crews say they're still working to get a better idea of how many people are hurt because of this damage.
Considering the damage that we've seen, I am really surprised there aren't a lot more injuries. Several people were transported to area hospitals. But again, this is just unfolding, right? There were people who self-deployed to get help as well to the hospital, so I don't have all those numbers yet. There's some miraculous things that have happened. We found a man inside a vehicle that trees had fallen all around him. And it's like he was protected by those trees.
And help is on the way. As we look at the damage here from above, you can just see the path that storm took, just leaving a wake of damage along the way. Help is on the way. We've learned that Indiana Task Force 1 is now deployed to the area. As they arrive, their first job will be to do a secondary survey of the damage. Just look at the damage to that business there as well. So just north of there, up in Illinois, the suburbs of South Chicago got hit by the very same storm system. There they had large hail, and cars were hit hard by the hail, and they have a lot of damage. And what you're looking at here is some of the video of that. Several cars had their windshields shattered by those big hailstones, and some windows completely blown out. One man says he was out driving when it hit.
And it was just like sledgehammers hitting the car. Windshield started cracking over there. I mean, I can see out of it. So my only instinct was turn into the next open business and try to get out of it. You know, so I turned in here, booked it inside here, left the car running. Didn't even shut the car up. Left the car running, took off in there. Came out after it's all done, man. My whole back windshield's popped out. My front windshield's all to crap. The car looks like it got shot up. So, and as you can see, there's multiple cars out here with the same damage.
So scary. And trees down, and you know when that happens, it impacts power. More than 10,000 customers lost power as the electrical lines were pulled down by the falling tree damage. And this is a powerful storm system that unleashed destructive weather across multiple states, not just here in Illinois and Indiana. So Maggie Vespa has the very latest of the damage that she saw in Kankakee County, Illinois.
Hey there, the damage here this morning is just jaw-dropping. I mean, look over my shoulder here. This home, these homes, plural, torn to shreds. You can see that home's cinder block foundation, the rest of it in pieces, and it's widespread. Look across the road over here, more homes off in the distance, again, with severe damage. Authorities here reporting 9 injuries, most of them minor, they say, here in Illinois, but just across the state border in Indiana, they're talking about several, in their word, injuries, as well as 2 fatalities. The Newton County coroner confirming an elderly couple, who they're not naming at this time, was killed in these tornadoes overnight. We're also seeing reports of massive hail from Texas up through Indiana, at times baseball-sized or potentially larger. We're going to confirm that at this hour, and 10 reported tornadoes across those states touching down overnight. And again, this is a widespread area, and now we have authorities really across multiple states asking people to stay off the roads in the wake of this, to try to assess damage like this, to get to reports of people who are injured, to help them hopefully in time. And in a lot of cases, including here, to try and restore power. You can see power poles down and damaged behind me. That's part of why we're staying back, and the road is closed on the other side of this scene. Again, it's just a widespread trail of damage across multiple states in the wake of this latest severe weather outbreak. Back to you.
Maggie, and you can stay on top of severe weather from our 13 News app and our streaming app, which is WTHR Plus. To help get you there, we put up this QR code on your screen. All you have to do is take a picture of it and it will provide a link, because I know a lot of times people are like, how do I get there? So hopefully this will help you. Live Doppler 13 radar also is available when you go over to WTHR Plus. There you can see the storms that are coming into the area and time it out from your home as well. Big wrap on the weather there, and now we're transitioning over to the Colts because we do have some breaking news for you this afternoon coming in with just in the last hour, and it is a big one. Daniel Jones and the Colts have agreed to a contract extension. This is according to multiple reports. So Dominic Miranda, our sports star, joined us live in studio. He's been looking at the different reports are out, and this is a big one.
Yeah, this was priority one for the Colts. Aside from Alec Pierce, you got to get the quarterback firmed up in place. He had the transition tag on Daniel Jones, and now an extension. There were some serious question marks, especially revolving around his Achilles injury. Remember, he tore that towards the end of last season, but now it is official. Per multiple reports, Daniel Jones and the Colts agree to a 2-year deal worth $88 million, but it can get up to $100 million. Jones will receive $50 million in the first year, and that makes it the largest 2-year deal in NFL history. You don't want to commit too long term, especially with a guy who's coming off an Achilles injury, but it was clear that he was the guy to provide some stability for this Colts team. Both sides were motivated to get this done, and it's finally done. The Colts, remember, 8-2 with Jones under center, 0-7 without him. So if I'm Jones's agent, that's what I'm saying, and that's why $50 million is coming his way in the first year of this deal. He led the league in passing yards and was top 6 in both completion percentage and yards per attempt when he was on the field last year. At long last, the deal is done. Again, 2 years, $88 million, can get up to $100 million, and the Colts are making some big moves this offseason. Alec Pierce, Daniel Jones, but also who's leaving the team, right? There's a lot of shuffling going on, so we're going to tackle that at 4, 5, and 6 right here on 13 News throughout the day. But Daniel Jones, Alec Pierce staying in Indy, I think that was biggest priority this offseason.
Does the 2 years surprise you?
Not really.
No.
Not really. With, he proved something. He didn't prove everything. Right. And this is low kind of commitment, right? 2 years, it's not going to make or break you. He's earning his value, right? So it appeases his side. But the Colts, if this thing goes south after 2 years, can move on as well.
Okay, and just real quickly to manage expectations, because of that injury, we might not see a lot of him early, right?
Well, according to Adam Schefter of ESPN, a source tells him that they absolutely expect him to be ready for training camp. Now, that's optimistically speaking, because an Achilles it's even worse than an ACL as far as recovery timetable goes. So we'll see. Optimistically speaking, ready for training camp. We'll be ready for the regular season. But again, like you said, temper expectations. That's a difficult injury to come back from. But the Colts believe in him, so who are we to doubt?
All right, Dom, I know you're going to be putting all more of the chess pieces together and look at all the different moves from the Colts as our coverage continues later today. Thank you so much.